The key to your 20s is to be learning, to be constantly learning and your mind opening and learning skills.
It's about living a life with purpose too. That's why you hear stories of people saying how they've put so much time to be able to get rich and realize that they're still not happy. They were so stuck up in pursuing materialistic things and defining that as a part of their character. And it's that attitude and it's that perspective that's gonna lead to self-destruction. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video with your boy, Jotivational speaking, man. Today we got a pretty good reaction video. We got The Best Way to Spend Your Youth by Robert Greene. Now, this is an interesting one because I am someone that's still young, yet I feel that I took my past and my high school experiences for granted almost. So we're going to see what Robert Greene says in this video, and hopefully this is able to help you guys as well if you are somebody who's young, or if at just any age, to be honest, because of course it is never too late to start developing this kind of self-improvement skills, whatever. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video.
The key to your 20s is to be learning, to be constantly learning and your mind opening and learning skills. I want you to think in two tracks. I want your life to be on two tracks when you're in your 20s. Most people, it's either one track or it's like 5 tracks, okay? I want you to have 2. And what do I mean by that? The one track person is, I gotta go to law school. I gotta make a lot of money. My parents are pushing me. I gotta become a doctor. I gotta make 6 figures by this time. I better get that job at Goldman Sachs, etc., etc., etc. That is a person who is destined for a life of misery, quite honestly. Yeah, you might make a lot of money, but you're going to burn out at some point. It's kind of soulless. It's not going to get anything deep inside of you. You know, you don't really know. And what's going to end up happening, you will have, your 20s will pass, and you will have no fun, no adventures. You won't be learning anymore. It's just that one track. Other people have 5 tracks.
It's about living a life with purpose too. Money isn't the end all be all of happiness. And of course, money is important. Having financial stability is important. And I think everybody strives to be financially free at one point in their life. That's what tends to be a lot of people's dreams. But to sacrifice your passion, to sacrifice your true purpose, to sacrifice what's truly meant for you deep inside, for you to be able to impact the world, that potential you have, sacrificing that for something materialistic like money, it's never going to do you in the long run. That's why you hear stories of people saying how they've grinded and they've put so much time to just be able to get rich, and they realize that once they acquire the amount of money that they were striving for, one, they end up not being satisfied because they end up wanting more, or 2, they realize that they're still not happy. And there's a lot of factors that can play into that. But the most common one being they were so stuck up in pursuing materialistic things and defining that as a part of their character, and defining that as a part of whether or not they were going to be happy with themselves and with their life or not. And it's that attitude and it's that perspective that's going to really just cause you harm in the long run. It's going to lead to self-destruction. So it's okay to go after those goals. It's okay to strive to be a millionaire, to be rich, to be able to bring your family out of, the gutter. But don't necessarily say that you won't be happy until you reach that goal, because that type of perspective, that type of attitude is going to lead to self-destruction. It's going to do you no good in the long run.
I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to go to Europe. I'm going to live in a van for a while. I'm going to start a podcast. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, etc. I'm going to open a restaurant, etc. Great, fine. You'll have lots of exciting things that'll happen to you. And then you'll turn 30. You haven't really built one solid skill. You built a lot of 5 kind of half things, and it's set the pattern for your life.
And also with that, he's totally right. Being able to focus on one thing at a time is definitely important, because you got to think about it like this. A lot of people, they want to, maybe you watching this, for example, you have a whole bunch of hustles that you want to develop. You have a bunch of skills that you want to develop. You want to get into sales. You want to get into this side hustle, drop shipping. You want to get into day trading. You want to get to all these, which is great. You're ambitious. You want to try all these things and you want to just experiment. But the reason why it's so important to focus on one thing at a time is the perspective of it is, when you are directing a percentage of your energy to different things, you're not putting your full effort into those hustles that you're striving towards. And so what's that going to lead to? If you're only putting in 25% of your energy, of your effort into each of these hustles, each of these skills, you're going to get 25% of results. You're going to get mediocre. You're going to get below mediocre results. And so it's best to direct your full energy and attention on one thing, on one skill. See how that plays out. See how that works. Is this good for you? Did you learn anything from it? And if you did learn something from it and it doesn't end up being a skill that you liked in the end, that you didn't want to develop, or a hustle that you didn't turn out the way you wanted to, it's like, okay, you learned something here. You can maybe take that and apply it to the next hustle or the next skill you want to learn. And it just builds and builds and builds, and you're able to see results faster because you're directing your full attention, your full energy on that one thing. So not only do you get results faster, but you just get more results in general. You get more outcomes.
You're going to be wandering forever, as opposed to the one-track person who's going to burn out and is going to become perhaps a drug addict or something like that. You're going to become someone who has no discipline, who just keeps going from this, that, the other thing. And that'll be your pattern. It won't be a very satisfying life. Today's video is in collaboration with Babbel, the premier...
Get your damn money, Robert. Get your damn money, bro. But we gotta skip this. Come on now.
Your language, Spanish, now we all need more of in life. It gives you confidence. So when you go to a country, you're able to start, and it teaches you real world phrase, academic approach to language.
Come on now.
Hey, oh, j'en ai marre de ce type de manière. Il ne raconte que des bêtises. So you can see by that I've been able to keep my language sharp.
Yo, speaking different. See, I'm able to speak 2 languages, English and Vietnamese. But I've been trying to learn Spanish recently. And fuck, that shit's... I ain't gonna lie. If you guys have any tips in being able to learn a new language, let me know, because I actually want to learn Spanish. Anyways, we got totally off topic.
That's the kind of skill that you can have by
totally off
subscribing
topic.
to
Hold
Babbel.
on.
Now Babbel and by hitting
Get your damn money then,
Babbel
Robert.
right now.
Damn.
So thank you very much. And now back to the video. The 2-track
Sorry, guys.
mind, the 2-track 20s is the source of power. What do I mean by that? 1 track is you are open, you're adventurous, you're young, for God's sake. You need to have some fun. You need to be open. You're only in your 20s once, right? You want to try some different things. You want to have adventures. I did that in my 20s, not to say that I'm the paradigm for everyone out there, because a lot of things I did wrong, quite honestly. But that was one thing I did. I tried everything. Okay. But the 2-track mind is I had focus. I knew that I wanted to be a writer. So all of the different adventures that I had kind of ended up funneling into that. And so although I was doing different things, I was developing real life skills as a writer. So I want you to think of your life in this sense. I know what I kind of want, where I want to go. I have a direction. This is what I love. I'm meant to be into music, etc. I'm meant to start my own business, etc. I love technology. I'm meant to be an inventor, an innovator of some sort. You have a good solid sense of what connects to you. In the idea of its sciences, it's physical activity, it's math, it's music, it's words, it's literature, whatever that is. Okay. Now you're able to have some room to explore things. So you try different forms of music out. You try different businesses out. You start this kind of business. You start that kind of business. You have some fun. You're having some adventures, but you're learning. So the key to your 20s is to be learning, to be constantly learning and your mind opening and learning skills.
This is I talked about this in my last video too. I actually dove deep into how I found my purpose in life. And all there was really just me finding that direction and finding that passion within me, that warm feeling that I wanted to go towards, and just pursuing it. And then experimenting and trying new things. And that's the main key into finding whatever it is you want to do in life, to find joy in the work that you do, rather than working at some place that you don't want to work at or doing something you don't want to do just solely for the money. You got to be able to experiment with yourself and experiment with your interests. And if you don't know what your interests are, or you don't know what your passions are, that's where learning new skills comes into play. Just trying it. Because what's the worst thing that can happen? It doesn't end up going your way, or you end up not liking it. Cool. But you can always take something away from an outcome, whether it went your way or not, whether it went the way that you expected it to or not. That's the main key. And that's the whole point of experimenting, is to learn. It isn't always supposed to be the end all, or just the first thing you try, it ends up working your way, or you end up being super successful in it. It's just to learn. And you know what? I'm gonna just yell my drown.
And you're going to learn skills and you're going to keep learning if you're excited by what you're studying. If everything is boring, if it's just law books or finance, etc., your mind will close off. But if you try things that are within that parameter of what you were meant to do, and you're excited by it, you're going to be developing different skills. You're going to create that excitement of life. So I want you to bring your youthful energy, your fun, your openness to life, and I want you to give it a little bit of discipline, a little bit of enough focus so that you're headed in these two tracks: adventure, pardon my hands, adventure and developing skills. Those two together, that kind of attitude towards life in your 20s will be key. Because what I want is you wake up, you're having your 30th birthday, which will happen hopefully at some point. To your 30th birthday, you go, wow, I know this is what I want to do. I have learned so many great things. I've had so many great experiences, that this is the book I'm going to write, that this is the business I'm going to start, that this is whatever it is. Okay, I don't care. But you've had these adventures, you've learned, and you go, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to take it to the next level. That's how I want you to approach your 20s, if that makes any sense to you. The key.
Solid video, man. I'm gonna have to give this like, and to end this all off, let me full screen this. And to end off this video, I want to give a message to just all the youngins in high school and everything. I'm not that old. I graduated like 2-3 years ago. Okay, but it was something that I actually talked to my friend about pretty recently too. And it was how we took high school for granted. Now, some of you in high school right now, if you are in high school watching this, you're probably sitting here thinking, well, things are stressful. I got tests. I got all this homework I got to do. And I totally understand your viewpoint. Totally understand. But one thing I need you to keep in mind is the moment you step off into the real world, it's different. And it's just different, bro. It's not the same. So the message I want to leave you is not only to just not take high school for granted, but don't take the time of you being young for granted. And me right now, I'm still young, and I'm really soaking in all this wisdom from people like Robert Greene, from just the OGs. And I'm really, really, really trying to take it. And it's hard. And sometimes it's hard for us to grasp because we don't really see it yet. Because one, we may not have experienced it. So it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I understand I should be enjoying my time, but still this. And I totally understand. But just be able to keep an open perspective. Enjoy your time now, no matter how stressful things get, because you're still young. And you have a lot of life to live. And I have a lot of life to live. I still have a lot of things I need to learn. I still have a lot of things that I need to experience to get to where I want to be. And maybe that's the same for you as well. So embrace the journey of being young and embrace the journey of you moving up to where you want to be. And I'm telling you, you will be so much more happier than just focusing on the long-term goal. Anyways, I appreciate you for watching as always. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you think, what kind of videos you want me to react to, and we're going to go from there. Road to 1K is still in effect. Y'all do your part, and I'm going to do my part with these videos. Appreciate you guys for watching. See y'all in the next video.